How does cisgender relate to queer identity? Have you ever wondered how the term cisgender connects with queer identity? Let's break it down in a way that makes sense. Cisgender refers to individuals whose gender identity aligns with the sex they were assigned at birth. For example, if someone is assigned female at birth and identifies as a woman, that person is considered cisgender. On the other hand, queer identity is a broader term. It includes anyone whose sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression does not fit traditional societal norms. This can encompass a variety of identities, such as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and non-binary. Interestingly, many queer individuals are also cisgender. This means their gender identity matches their birth sex, but their sexual orientation might be non-heterosexual. For instance, a cisgender woman who is attracted to other women may identify as queer. Research indicates that queer communities often include a significant number of cisgender individuals. This is especially true for cisgender women, alongside those who identify as genderqueer or non-binary. Queer identity embraces the idea that gender and sexuality can be fluid. It challenges strict categories, allowing cisgender people to identify as queer based on their sexual orientation or how they express their gender. Understanding the term cisgender is important. It helps differentiate between those whose gender identity matches their birth sex and those who are transgender or gender nonconforming. This distinction matters because cisgender individuals generally enjoy social privileges that transgender and non-binary people may not. For example, cisgender people often feel safer in public spaces and face less discrimination related to their gender identity. However, queer identity is inclusive of various experiences, including those of cisgender individuals who do not fit into traditional heterosexual or gender norms. Some cisgender people may choose to identify as queer because they reject conventional labels or express their gender in non-traditional ways. An example of this is queer heterosexuality. This term describes some cisgender heterosexual individuals who challenge cultural norms of masculinity and femininity. However, this use of queer can spark debate within the LGBTQ+ community, as some feel it may appropriate a term rooted in marginalized experiences. For LGBTQ+ teens, it is essential to recognize that queer identity includes many different experiences, including those of cisgender youth. Creating a supportive space means validating that being cisgender does not exclude someone from identifying as queer if that feels right for them. It also involves understanding the unique challenges faced by transgender and non-binary queer youth, who often encounter additional barriers. In practical terms, encouraging young people to explore their identities without the pressure to fit into fixed categories is vital. It is also important to respect each person's self-identification. Educating about the diversity within queer communities, including the presence of cisgender queer individuals, can help promote empathy and allyship across different experiences of gender and sexuality.